Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, Marking Out for Wrestling. As you all know, this is Mark, and I'm your host, Nate. And today we have 8 different topics we are going to talk about, and 8 different topics we are going to mark out about. Now we have my thoughts on the WWE Hall of Fame. I'll get more into that and what that means. AEW potentially dying. I have AEW versus NXT. Young Bucks being part-time. Why I don't like John Cena? And what I have here is Smackdown prediction because I was supposed to do this Thursday. As the recording of this video, it is Saturday. And yesterday, which was Friday, was Smackdown. I was supposed to do, predictions slash my booking, and now this time I'm gonna just say what I would do with the whole Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes Solo Sikoa situation in that match and what happened. I would just say what I would do. And then we have the NXT hard camp. We have some AEW fans complaining about the people talking about AEW's hard cam, so they're trying to talk about, WWE's hard cam. So we'll get into that. However, excuse me, our first topic we are going to talk about is my hatred for John Cena. Do I like John Cena? Do I not? So we're going to get into that. Now, I know a couple episodes ago, I read you guys my favorite WWE superstars. My personally favorite. I'm not saying the GOAT, the best wrestlers. I'm not saying any of that. However, I'm saying my favorite. John Cena was not top 5. John Cena was not top 10. So, why is that? Well, I say that because when I first started watching WWE, I'll be honest, I didn't, it's not that I hated John Cena. I don't hate John Cena at all. I've never hated John Cena. But every rivalry that I've watched back, every rivalry that I watched with John Cena, I'm voting for, or I'm with the other person. For CM Punk, I'm with CM Punk because he is one of my favorites. Roman Reigns, I'm with Roman Reigns. He is one of my favorites. The Rock wasn't on my favorite list either. But if John Cena is in a feud with The Rock, I'm with The Rock. Why? I simply, I'm sure this ties in with everybody and a lot of people, but growing up, when you watch these movies, when you watch these TV shows, who is your favorite in the movie? Is it the superhero, the good guy? Yeah, it's supposed to be. But for me, I always like the bad guy. Like, I don't know why, like Star Wars, for example. Darth Vader, he's cool and all. Kylo Ren was the one that got me, though. I loved Kylo Ren. Then, in Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's literally a picture of me with my brothers. With them with the Ninja Turtles mask and me with the Shredder mask. From when I was like little. There's a picture of that. So I liked Shredder. I liked Tiger Claw in Ninja Turtles. He was one of my favorite bad guys. Tiger Claw in The Flash, the TV show on CW. I like Reverse Flash. I like Dr. Wells. Zoom. I like them. And that's what I want to use with this. The Flash compared to the WWE. I think the Flash, Barry Allen, he's comparable to John Cena. Because I feel like they're just like so much. Like, they love the fans so much to the point where it's like, it annoys me how much they do. Because a face, a baby face in WWE, they can like the fans, but you don't gotta like every single chance you get behind with the fans. I don't know. I don't like that. Not personal and not anything personal. However, in terms of in terms of you know, as a fan, I don't like John Cena at all. That's why my favorite when I first started watching WWE, who was it? John Cena. These baby faces that I like, Stone Cold Steve Austin. What was he? How was he a baby face? He was a baby face. However, he didn't, he did whatever he wanted to do. CM Punk as well. They're not, sucking up to the crowd. At least nowadays CM Punk he does it, but I can't change my mind for how back then CM Punk was. CM Punk 2011 was crazy. But, CM Punk when he was a face in 2000, around 2011, 2014, through that little era, he was relatable. Kevin Owens, he is relatable. But however, John Cena, he's a babyface to the point where it's like, come on, what are you doing? Like, you're really PG. And that's why I don't really like John Cena like that. He wasn't on my top 10 favorite list. He might be top 15, top 20, but he's not top 10 for me. I'm sorry. That's what I have to say. Randy Orton. Yeah, he sucks up to the fans, but at the end of the day, when he fights, when he, he does, like, when he was in RK Bro, what happened with Riddle? He RKO'd Riddle. And it's not like he turned on Riddle. He just RKO'd him to teach him a lesson. And then the next week, they were cool. Yeah, that's what I like. I don't like, him just sucking up to the fans and, doing everything for the fans, doing, like, come on, what are you doing? I think that is why I do not like John Cena as much as I like Randy Orton, as much as I like Edge, as much as I like Roman Reigns, as much as I like CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that's all I have to say about this topic. Anyway, next topic we are going to get onto is the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, I'm going to show this picture real quick. If I can find it. Here we go. In this picture, we have Bray Wyatt and Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio obviously got inducted into the Hall of Fame already. Bray Wyatt was rumored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2023. Listen, I didn't like it. Now, when people are saying, I didn't like, I'm talking about Rey Mysterio. When he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, come on, I didn't really like it because I think wrestlers need to get inducted into the Hall of Fame after their career is finished. Once they retire, that's when they need to, get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Edge, I don't have a problem with, because he was retired at some point and then he came back. That is another Hall of Fame worthy career. Edge, with his second run, he should get inducted again. He should. However, Bray Wyatt, when those rumors about Bray Wyatt getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, I didn't like it because it wasn't necessarily he's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. If he was still with us, he would be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's not true. I don't like the fact that, there was rumors about him getting inducted after he passed away. because he wasn't going to get inducted if he was still with us. He wasn't. Let's face it. He was going to get inducted after his career was over. But or maybe in the future while he's still wrestling. But you talking about 2024, this year's Hall of Fame? He wasn't going to get inducted. He wasn't. So I don't like that they did that. So I think they should wait another maybe another at least 2 years. At most, probably 5 years. But then he could be inducted because I feel like they shouldn't, have done. I'm glad they didn't induct him to the Hall of Fame because then it's like, so are you inducting him because his career was good? Or are you inducting him because he passed away? I mean, come on. And he had a big impact on the fans. Come on. So I'm glad they didn't induct him at least this year. And they should induct him, again, another 2 years. Give it another 5 years. Something around that time. However, Undertaker, for example, when Undertaker finally went into the Hall of Fame, people were talking about that it was long overdue. He went into the Hall of Fame when? 2022? Yeah, 2022. I don't think it was long overdue. I don't. 2020, he retired. On top of that, it was the pandemic. So are you sure you want Undertaker to get inducted in front of nobody? 2021, it was a year that you could, induct some people because the crowds are coming back. Actually, no. I don't think the crowds were back. Yeah, the crowds weren't even back in 2021. So 2022, they took that moment to induct Undertaker in front of a crowd. I'm glad they did that. It wasn't long overdue. I don't think he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame while he's still an active performer. John Cena. People are saying John Cena should get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't think that they should get inducted again while they are an active performer. Paul Heyman. Take Paul Heyman as an example. When he got inducted this year, I didn't really like it because he is a heel. He is a heel manager in a storyline. He's going to be at WrestleMania next year. Even though I will admit, it does sound good. Imagine if he was in the Hall of Fame when Sami Zayn was in the Bloodline, and Samantha Irvin would be like, "Please welcome." What would she say? WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, and the undisputed WWE champion Roman Reigns. Yeah, it would sound good for that. But that's not what the Hall of Fame is for. The Hall of Fame is to, give you your flowers. The Hall of Fame isn't to, the Hall of Fame isn't to make your name sound better when you come to the ring. Rey Mysterio is he's not a person who appears on the pay-per-views. He's not somebody that appears on the pay-per-views. He appears on Smackdown. Or no, he's on Raw right now, but he appears on Raw. He does. So, every week when he appears on Raw, please welcome WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. Come on. I don't like that. They're still active in the ring. They could get inducted after. Even Randy Orton himself said he wants to get inducted into the Hall of Fame once his career is over. I don't like how they induct people while they're still in the WWE. I don't like that. Yeah, don't wait too late. I get that. I do. However, I don't like it when they're not, or when they're inducted while they're still active. And it's not like they're part-time. They show up every week. Yeah, they show up every week. But that is all I have to say about that topic. Anyway, our next topic we are going to get into is the Young Bucks being part-time. Now, as you all know, there was some rumor going around as to why the Young Bucks aren't on Dynamite every week. Well, they are not on Dynamite every week because they are part-timers. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm doing this live on air. How old are the Young Bucks? So, I can't even, it's not, okay. 39. Matthew Jackson is 39 and Nicholas Jackson is 35. So you're a part-timer in your prime? Cuz think about it. Early 30s is not really your prime for wrestling. Like it is in boxing, like it is in fighting, you know? Late 30s, early 40s is your prime for wrestling. So they are in their prime right now and they are part-timers. Why? On top of that, not only are they the champions, so they're literally WWE had Roman Reigns as a part-time as a champion. Why? You know, you obviously saw that WWE was getting criticism for that. And now the Young Bucks are part-timers as champions. I don't get it. Why are they part-timers? On top of that, they're executives in AEW. They are executives in AEW. Why are they part-timers? Don't you think that should say something, you know, like raise an eyebrow about, okay, so they're executives and they're part-timers? Do you think there's a little bit of quote unquote abusing their power a little bit? Do you think that? Obviously, I don't think, you know, I don't know, actually. Because maybe Tony Khan offered them a contract. They said, we want a lighter schedule. I don't get it. I don't get it. And, you know, he had to do it because they're the champions and they're the executives. How does Tony Khan look? If the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes leave AEW. If the Young Bucks leave AEW, Kenny Omega is definitely leaving AEW one day. Trust me. Kenny Omega, I can see him leaving AEW one day. However, the Young Bucks, they seem like they're there for life. So I can never imagine them leaving AEW. For as long as it exists. I can't. But why are they part-timers, especially early into their career? This is, if you think about it, this is early in their career. I know they've been wrestling for a very long time. However, in terms of being wrestlers on a big stage, this is early in their career. Obviously, it's not the big leagues like the WWE. Now, let me stop. But it's a big stage. AEW is, everybody knows AEW. I mean, come on. Everybody that watches wrestling knows AEW. Maybe you don't have to watch wrestling to know WWE, but everybody that watches wrestling knows AEW for sure. For sure. But I don't like the fact that they are part-times as executives, and especially because they're in their prime of their career. I don't like that. I don't. Which, if I was Tony, I'm saying, you guys, you need a new schedule. You know, AEW, sorry. They don't even have shows like that. They don't have live events like WWE does. barely even on the road. And you're going to take a part-time deal? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Obviously, the Young Bucks are running from the grind, as Triple H once said. Anyway, that's enough of that topic. Enough of the Young Bucks. Speaking of the Young Bucks being in AEW for as long as it exists, our next topic is AEW dying. Now, I'm going to put a picture up. And this is what I think AEW crowds like. As you guys know, Tony Khan and his dad, they have a lot of money. They do. But are AEW gonna quote unquote die? No, I don't think so. For as long as Tony Khan puts money into the company, they're not going to die. They are going to stay relevant. It doesn't matter for how long, but they're going to stay relevant. And I'm going to put a picture up on the screen right now. And I'm going to explain why I have it up on the screen. This is the picture I have up on the screen. Why? You might be wondering. Well, this is how I think AEW crowds are going to look in the near future. Probably 10 years from now, actually. Not near future, however, 10 years from now. In fact, this is how AEW crowds look. This is how they look. Maybe a little bit smaller, if you think about it. But this is how AEW crowds look. It just doesn't seem like it because Tony Khan rents out big arenas. Why do you rent out big arenas? That's just more money, if you think about it. And fans aren't showing up. So that's more money. It would look way better if it was in a small arena. I don't get it. But as I was saying, AEW aren't going to die. Tony Khan loves professional wrestling. He loved it since he was a kid. So he's not going to just stop putting money into AEW. He's going to run it for as long as, he possibly can. He is. And that's just the truth. However, AEW is getting smaller. They are not getting bigger as they go. They are getting smaller as they continue. So, I think this is how AEW shows are going to look. A lot of people say that AEW are dying. I don't think that they will be dying, and their show is going to completely shut off. No, it's not. It is not. This is how their crowds will look. Mark my words, in the next 10 years, this is how AEW crowds will look. And as you all know, I am controversial. I don't care what people think about my opinions. We can debate in the comments. We can debate on my Instagram in the link below. We can debate on the show if it's really that serious. However, this is how the crowds are going to look. And if we debate and I end up being wrong, trust me, I will say that I'm wrong. I will come on this podcast and say I was wrong about something. And that somebody changed my mind about a certain thing. But this is how they will look. They won't die. They won't discontinue. But this is how they will look. Man. And it's sad because they went from selling out an arena in under 3 minutes with their show at All In to now barely any people showing up. Man, it is sad because, what I literally remember too, because I didn't watch AEW like 2021. I never watched it live because I didn't have cable or whatever. But I woke up the next day. I remember seeing the post CM Punk has arrived in AEW. I remember seeing the post Adam Cole baby. He's all elite, baby. I remember seeing the post. Bryan Danielson has just debuted in AEW. Bryan Danielson is all elite. I remember that post. Goodbye and good night, Bryan Danielson's music hits. I remember that. And it's just sad. You know, I might not be the biggest AEW fan, but those times were good. Now, obviously not for professional wrestling because or not for WWE because they were horrible then. But for actually during that time they were doing decent. You know, John Cena came back, Brock Lesnar came back. So they were doing decent, but AEW was much better, definitely. However, our next topic we are going to get into is former wrestlers, also known as RX WWE. Now, I don't like the fact that we have fans calling AEW RX WWE. As much as I don't, as I despise AEW, I don't like that. Because why are you calling it RX WWE? They sign all WWE talent. First of all, where were these wrestlers before WWE? When we talk about Nigel McGuinness, when we talk about Bryan Danielson, when we talk about CM Punk, when we talk about Samoa Joe, where were these talents before WWE? They were at Ring of Honor. So I didn't see people saying WWE are signing all Ring of Honor talents. No, I didn't. People don't say that. Yeah, I get it. Make your own stars. But they've done that. They've made enough stars. Ricky Starks, for example. Why does WWE want to sign Ricky Starks? Because AEW has made a star out of him. They've gave him a platform to, show him his true potential. Why do WWE want to sign MJF? MJF is a prime example of this. Now, why do WWE want to sign, or actually, why did WWE re-sign Shawn Spears? Why? I'm pretty sure if Ty Dillinger was released and Triple H took over, he wouldn't have signed Shawn Spears if it wasn't for AEW. I can say that 100%. Shawn Michaels as well. They wouldn't have signed Shawn Spears once again if it wasn't for AEW. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They wouldn't have. And WWE too. AEW fans also saying WWE are stealing AEW talent. No, they are not. Here's what it's called. They are signing free agents. They are signing free agents. They are not signing ex-WWE stars. They are not signing ex-AEW stars. They are signing free agents. That is what it's called. These companies don't own a wrestler. They might have gave him the platform to do good, but who is responsible for that? Them. They are the one that cut the promo. For example, Ricky Starks, he's the one that cuts the promos. He's the one that has the matches. Tony Khan isn't the one that has the matches. Tony Khan isn't the one that cuts the promo. No. It's Ricky Starks himself. It is. I don't like how fans are saying that. Ethan Page, he cut the promos himself. He wrestled the matches himself. And I don't know. I don't know why fans are saying that. It's annoying because it's like these are wrestlers. They're not Ring of Honor. They're not Ring of Honor stars. They're not WWE stars. They are not AEW stars. They are wrestlers. They are their own person. Now, if they want to make it seem like that, okay. Let's talk about WWE guy. What is a WWE guy? That's what I want to know. What is a WWE guy? A person who has a WWE tattoo on them? How is John Cena a WWE guy? Is he somebody that will stay in WWE for the rest of his life? Yes. But is he a WWE guy? No. What does that mean? WWE doesn't owe him or own him. John Cena doesn't own the WWE. What does that mean? Okay, say that about The Rock. Because he's on the board of WWE. Don't say that about John Cena. Don't say that, say that Jon Moxley is a AEW guy or, anything like that. Don't say that. MJF, okay, go ahead, say that. He literally got a AEW tattoo on him. Like, what? What are you doing? But, I don't get it. I think wrestling fans need to stop saying, the all ex WWE. First of all, all ex WWE is Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor are, I think, if anything, all the stars should be Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor made these people, if anything. And that's Samoa Joe and CM Punk. They were in other wrestling companies before Ring of Honor. But I don't like the fact that people say that. It's really annoying. It is, because it's like, all right, come on. But that's enough of that. Now we are going to get into Smackdown. As you guys know, I said that. One second. I said that I was going to do Smackdown predictions. However, I filmed this on a Saturday instead of a Thursday. But first of all, look at this logo. Now, at first when I saw it, I didn't like it at all. But then I looked at it and I compared to the 2005 SmackDown logo. It gives those vibes. It gives, people want to compare now's era to Attitude Era. Okay, it gives Attitude Era vibes. I will admit it does. It gives attitude to the SmackDown logo. I feel like the old SmackDown logo is it. You could see is PG. You can tell that the show is gonna be PG. However, when you look at this one, if I'm coming across this show for the first time and it's wrestling, it has something to do with wrestling, I'm expecting it to be violent. Not obviously super violent, but like blood, a little bit of blood, something like that. So I like the logo. It ended up growing on me in about just 2 hours. So I liked it. But here's how the Cody Rhodes match went. It ended up going first, which was surprising. But here's what they did. The match happened. Cody Rhodes won. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu, they all jumped Cody Rhodes. Tonga Loa is known as for botching. I was expecting him to fall off the cage while climbing on it. No, just joking, but I wasn't expecting that at all. But, they ended up attacking Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns came out. He attacked them. Cody Rhodes starts fighting with Roman Reigns, which was amazing. It was beautiful to see. Then Roman Reigns calling for Jacob Fatu to get in the ring. Jacob Fatu slowly getting in the ring. First of all, that door close has so much aura. When somebody's ready to fight, they get into the steel cage. They take the cage and close it themselves. Oh my, it's like, all right, we're trapped in here. We're trapped in here now. Solo Sikoa ends up pulling him out, and Yeah, he pulls him out. I didn't write any notes for this, by the way. So he pulls him out. They leave. Later in the show, Roman Reigns comes out. He cuts a promo, which I don't think he should have cut a whole for him not coming back and not talking for about a month. Yeah, it's been a month. SummerSlam was August 3rd. So for him to not to come back and not talk for a whole month, he should have just said one word and a pop from the crowd. An absolute pop from the crowd. Now, he said that without the Ulafala, he's still the tribal chief. Cody Rhodes came out. I don't like how they had Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns have a little bit tension there. I didn't like that. Because as you guys saw, it got Cody Rhodes booed. When Cody Rhodes said, "This is your WWE," no, it hasn't been since WrestleMania. It got him booed. So I don't like how they added tension with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. You know, Roman Reigns didn't have to say, "Oh, I don't need Cody Rhodes," and Cody Rhodes didn't have to say, "It hasn't been his WWE since WrestleMania." So, yeah, when first of all, they've been chanting since Roman Reigns left, "We want Roman." So, I get it, they chanted, "We want Cody," but come on. However, enough of that. We are going to get into my plan for SmackDown. What I would have done, I would have built this matchup to be the main event, and I would have had it be exactly booked how it was at SummerSlam. I would have it bloodline rules. I would have the exact same people come out. I would have the exact same people come out. We have the bloodline. Maybe not Randy Orton, but Kevin Owens comes down to save, Cody Rhodes. But instead of saving Cody Rhodes, he attacks Cody Rhodes. Tries to help Solo win the championship, which Solo Sikoa, everybody at the moment, as soon as Solo pins Cody, everybody thinks that Solo's going to win because of Kevin Owens. However, Roman Reigns comes out, beats up the bloodline, beats up Kevin Owens, stares down Cody Rhodes, and that ends the show. I would do that. Because first of all, what are they doing with Kevin Owens? They had him tease the fact that that he was going to turn on Cody Rhodes, and now he's just doing his own thing now? Are you serious? Are you serious? Now Cody Rhodes is in a tag team match. I would have Kevin Owens. That sets up two whole rivalries. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood. And that actually has a storyline now that Kevin Owens has turned on Cody Rhodes. Before it did not. Roman Reigns has a match versus Solo Sikoa. How about that? How about that? Maybe not in Hell in a Cell, because this is their first match. But they could have a match. Maybe no disqualification. Maybe bloodline rules or tribal combat. Tribal combat. How about that? Whoever wins is the tribal chief. Excuse me. Oh my. But yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do, because what are they doing with Kevin Owens now? All of a sudden he's tagging with Randy Orton again, and versus A-Town Down Under. Like, what? But that is enough of that. We have 3 or 2 more topics to get through. And we have the NXT hard cam. Now, this is hilarious what this AEW fan said on X. Look at this. Look at this. Funny, no one ever posts the hard cam view for NXT. Okay. So they're talking about when people post AEW's hard cam. So first of all, we're talking about the Performance Center versus a whole arena. Okay. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Performance Center in Florida versus a whole arena. All right. But not only that, if you can see, where are they going to sit? Where are they going to sit without blocking these cameras that need to get the film? Where are they going to sit? On the AC unit? That's where they're going to sit? Are you serious? What? Everybody who's behind there, I think there's a couple people sitting there. I don't know if that's people who paid for a ticket or if that's people who work there, but either way, it doesn't look good for the AEW fan because either they're working there, so they have to sit there and they can't sell seats there because there are people working behind the hard cam, or there are fans there. So it doesn't look, good for the AEW fan. Where do you want them to sit other than that? There are people working there. Where do you want them to sit? In the workers' spot? You want the fan to run the show? You want them to sit on the AC unit? Where are they supposed to sit? This is the dumbest tweet ever, and the fact that it's still up is hilarious. I would have been so quick to delete my tweet. Oh my. You don't know how quick I would have been to delete my tweet if I posted this. On top of that, AEW is a whole arena. They are a whole arena. Oh my, I just had to put this. This was last minute too. I had to put this on the show because what? This is hilarious that an AEW fan would say this. It's really dumb. Because where are the fans supposed to sit? Where? I don't get it. However, that's all I have to say about that topic. Anyway, our last topic is, hold on, I gotta make sure I don't have a picture for that. Okay. All right. We don't have a picture for that, but we have AEW versus NXT / WWE. Now, I started to think about some things. AEW fans saying, that NXT or AEW beat NXT back in the day, back in 2020. And, NXT beat AEW as well about a couple months ago in 2023 when they competed. It was the title for title. And then I saw a post that said that AEW or people complaining about AEW fans complaining about NXT having CM Punk. But, AEW fans were talking about AEW have to have CM Punk, And now that I think about it, first of all, at least they have only CM Punk. At least they don't have Roman Reigns. At least they don't have the whole bloodline. At least they don't have, other people. Because if you think about it, NXT is developmental. NXT is developmental. People don't know the stars on there. People who don't watch NXT don't know the stars on NXT. They don't. So, why would they tune in? Why would they tune in if they don't know the stars? First of all, at least they don't have the whole main roster on NXT, because if you think about it, actually, I do have a picture. Think about the top stars in AEW. Look at this. Who show up every week on AEW. We have Jon Moxley. Shows up every week on every Dynamite episode. Chris Jericho. MJF, Bryan Danielson, the AEW champion. Bryan Danielson shows up every single week. The Young Bucks show up occasionally. But those are your top stars. Swerve Strickland, Adam Page. Those are your top stars. And you're complaining when NXT have CM Punk or they have Randy Orton on their show. Are you serious? Because then at that, it wouldn't even be fair. It wouldn't. If it's just, if Randy Orton doesn't come on the show. When NXT beat AEW back in the day, or in 2023, it was only John Cena, Paul Heyman, Cody Rhodes, and a couple other people. I can't remember. But AEW had top stars at the time too. And NXT still managed to beat them. So I don't get it. I don't really care about the ratings. I don't care about the viewership. I just care about a good show. And so, but I had to get on this because I know a fan did mention something about CM Punk showing up, which was extremely dumb. However, I don't get it because they have these top stars in AEW and they still can't beat NXT, which nobody knows the stars in NXT. Well, I do, but it's only a few of them. I know. See, look. I know Brooks Jensen. I know Lexis King. I know Sean Spears. I know Ethan Page. I know Trick Williams. I know, Joe Hendry, if he even is going to appear on NXT again. But I know those stars, right? I don't know a lot of stars. I'm not tuning in to watch NXT because of that, because I don't know all the stars on there. I would tune into AEW if they had something good going with these stars. This is what I was talking about in my other video when I said they have wasted potential. They have Bryan Danielson, John Moxley, and they're only doing wrestling. They're not doing any storylines, which I hate with a passion. I hate that because they could be in a company that does storylines if they don't want to be in WWE. They could be in a company that does storylines. I want to watch good storylines with these wrestlers in particular. But no. Now Bryan Danielson is retiring in AEW. I mean, come on. You can't give him a good storyline? You have to give him wrestling matches? We get it. He's a good wrestler. We get it. He's the best in the world. We do. But come on. Come on. I hate that. And, people complaining about because Randy Orton's showing up on the show. I mean, come on. This is a whole main roster versus a developmental brand. As Triple H once said, they beat our developmental brand. Good for them. As Triple H once said. So, it's really dumb. I don't get it at all. But that is our topic for today's episode. Episode 7, actually. Which was extremely fast for our past episode. Or for just starting the podcast. However, this is your host, Nate. This is Marking Out for Wrestling. This is Mark. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. My stomach is grumbling. Oh my god. I hate that. But did I say I am Mark? No, this is Mark. And I am out. I'll see you guys for episode 8. Again, we can debate about these topics if you guys do not agree with me. It is okay, and I will admit if you guys end up changing my mind or if I am in the wrong. Now, I'll see you guys.